What's up, everyone? This is Roots of Black. Today, not bringing you the Septuagint. Excuse me. Yeah, so as you see the title, this is an introduction to the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, the book, that we're putting together of the Holy Scriptures has part of the Dead Sea Scrolls in it. We included, all of the real Holy Scriptures inside of that book there. So we're going to go to, Google Mint here, and then we're going to see the Dead Sea Scrolls. So let's look at an image of them here. These are all the scrolls that are, let's see. So these are all the scrolls that was found in the caves here. Dead Sea Scrolls cave. So let's go back here. We're going to go to Wikipedia. And for those people who say that Wikipedia is fake, they're lying to you. Sure, just like everything else, even majority of history books are lies. They say that Benjamin Franklin was on the damn beach with a kite and a key and discovered electricity. The electricity struck the kite and went down and hit the key, but didn't strike him. And we know what lightning does to anything that it touches. But that's what they tell you. I mean, the majority of your history books are lies. The majority of your science are lies. I mean, you can see the majority of your medical information are lies. So pretty much everything on this earth is lies because the earth is ruled by the wicked one. So if it's ruled by the wicked one and his wicked cast, the majority of everything that you see is a lie. So it really doesn't matter. So in essence, if you believe that that's the truth, then of course Wikipedia is way more true than that because at least Wikipedia. Let's go down here. See, it even shows you the sources. It's gonna have the notes here, books, citations, all of this. This stuff is here for you to go and be able to look yourself. The references, the notes, they're there in on the Wikipedia for you to be able to go see. Sure, sure, sure. Some of it's lies because they're telling you what they know from the lies that was already there. But I'm saying that you can go and see it yourself. That's why I don't get why people, like they lied about Wikipedia for reasons because of, especially when what was it going on, WikiLeaks and all of that there. So they're trying to tell you that Wikipedia lies because of that. But no, majority of the books that you have on your shelf and that's history are they're freaking lies. Your science books are lies. So it's like I just went over. It's no truer than those. So yeah, but yeah, we're going to look at it here. The Dead Sea Scrolls, also called the Qumran, Qram, Qumran cave scrolls. I guess that's what it's called, Qumran. Are a set of ancient Jewish, and it shouldn't say Jewish manuscripts. It should say Hebrew manuscripts. That's where they play you with the words. This is what I'm telling you. Like they'll play you with words. It's supposed to say Hebrew, it's not supposed to say Jewish. From the Second Temple period. So this is during the Second Temple, the wicked time of the Maccabees. Here, around the same time. So okay. So we're going to look. We're discovered a period of 10 years between 19, 48 and 1956. And it says near, and it says the West Bank, north of shore of the Dead Sea, dated, 13th century BC. I mean, I said 13, 300 BC to 100 CE. So they're just going for the people who lived there that were making sure of the scrolls. And it says the oldest Dead Sea, the Dead Sea Scrolls include the oldest surviving manuscript and entire books later included in the biblical canon, along with the extra biblical and deuterocanonical manuscripts from the late Second Temple, Jerusalem. So everything that was in the Septuagint is also in the Dead Sea Scrolls, along with the Book of Jubilees, Enoch, and the Book of Giants that were there found. And you know that there was a Septuagint version with all of those there. But so this is what was found there. So the same thing. So like I say, you have two checks. The Septuagint version and the Dead Sea Scrolls version match. But all of a sudden, 700 to 1,000 years plus later, because it's a plus, because, as you see, it says 300 BC. So we're just going to go with the year one, zero up until then. So because the Masoretic text was found between, so that's 700 and 1,000. So they already had this text here that was being translated in every language. Why did they make that one there and it's only 60% the same? And the books are left out. So it's probably even less because of the fact that that's been taken away. So why did they do that? And why don't people have this version? And then when you read what the Messiah says during the time of the Roman occupation with the Greeks, he and the book says it from the names of the Septuagint, so you can go back and read the Septuagint or the Dead Sea Scrolls version. So just think about that for a second there. But yet somehow you don't have that version in your KJV. You have the Masoretic text, and you never ask yourself a question. So it says almost all of the 15,000 scrolls or fragments are held in a shrine of the book at the Israel Museum located in the city of Jerusalem. The Israeli government, you know, custody of the Dead Sea Scrolls are disputed by Jordan and Palestinian authorities on territorial, legal, and humanitarian grounds. So they just took them, even though that they belong to a whole bunch of people. But you know how they roll. You know how the I can't say Jewish people because all Jewish people aren't even down with what Israel's doing. You know how Israel rolls. You know how the Zionists roll. You know how they roll. Because like they'll try to equate you hating Zionists and say something about Zionists as anti-Semitic when 50% of the Zionists are Christians and Muslims. So you make that make sense. This is the thing they don't want you to know, to use your brain. Half of the Zionists are Jewish, and the other half of the Zionists are everything else. So that doesn't even make sense. You saying something bad about a Zionist that you said you hate Jews. No, 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 no. 50% are Jews, and the rest of them are everybody else. So talking about Zionists is not just talking about Jewish people. It's talking about those people who believe in that the Zion and they're going to reign and this and that, and those section of Jewish people that this and that. No, 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 no. And Jewish people and Hebrews aren't the same. Just so you know that. That's why I said it shouldn't have said that up there. So it says, while Israel claims are primarily based on historical religious grounds, given their significance in Jewish history and the heritage of Judaism. So that's what they're going to say. But there is Syrian Jews. Think about this for a second. Babylon. Everybody didn't return back to Babylon. The Persians. Everybody. Think about all the times that we have been sent away. All of the people didn't return back to there. That's why you still have a giant section of Hebrew and Jewish people in those places, because people don't return back to where they came from. You know how it is. It just makes sense to understand that. It says many thousands of the written fragments have been discovered in the Dead Sea area. So it's just going over this here. So the thing that they don't talk about in any of this is I don't like saying certain things because everybody knows now, and it's not meant for everyone. We already went through Matthew that everybody's not supposed to know this. But the reason this was done is because they added so much to the books of, the Holy Scriptures during the time of Babylon, during the time of Persia, and Babylon, Persia, Greece, or just go through Syria, just go through the captivities that they had. Each captivity, they added part of the people that they were under captive in their book. So what they did was through the Septuagint and the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's why they match up. They started taking out the stuff that doesn't belong because the Most High punished them for allowing this to happen. So that's what they started to do. They started to purify the books again. So that's what the Septuagint is. It's the purified form of the book. Once again, back to where it was. That's why the Messiah didn't take down the book when he got there. Like I say, he tore down the scribes, the Pharisees, the church, the temple, and the synagogues. He destroyed all of those. You threw out, go look. He destroyed all of them, but he didn't destroy the book. So obviously the book was fine. So this is why I tell a person. So why did they not use the Septuagint version, but then use the Masoretic text, where they corrupted it once again? So the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Septuagint took out the corruption, and they brought it back again with the Masoretic text. So I just gave you a giant hint of so many passages in, even in your wicked KJV, because I mean the KJV still has a lot of stuff in there that was meant to be there for you as a KJV believer. So when you see it, it should wake you up. But that's why it says many are called and few are chosen. Because of that, so once you got to your KJV and you start looking through it, you saw things that didn't make sense. So you were called by the Most High, but you didn't do anything to be chosen. So that's why I laugh at people when they say they're having a coming to Jesus moment. But both of them, the Most High and the Messiah, says you can't come to him without coming through the Father first. He sends you to them. They both say the same thing, but you say you can pray and then go to Jesus and then you're forgiven and come to the moment. That's not what it says at all in any of that. If any one of them, none of them say that. King David, nobody, no one, for any of you, for you Christians, for you Jewish people, and you Hebrew Israelites, none of your doctrine is adding up what's in the words of these books and our family and the Messiah and the Most High and the prophets say. Your doctrine doesn't match. It doesn't match. You don't, like I say, none of you guys even have the Septuagint. You don't even have the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible, whatever you want to call it, the scriptures. You don't even have it. You have the wicked Masoretic text and you're teaching from it. As if you really understand what this is. Man, there's a reason why the Most High says he's going to cut off all but 1/3 of the entire earth. The entire earth. The rest, everybody got to go. It's too ingrained in you. It's a part of your bones. That's why I said your curse is to your bones. It's a part of your bones. So the wickedness now is a part of the majority of the whole earth bone. I mean, more than the majority. The vast majority, almost 70%. They're part of their bones. You can't. Everything comes forth from your bones. Once it's in your bones, you're done. I mean, what can you do once something is embedded in your bones? Because all of your cells come from your bones. What do you do? I'm just trying to get people to see this. You guys need to learn about the Septuagint and the Dead Sea Scrolls. You really need to learn about it. Let me see. Poor condition of some of the scrolls. Scholars have not identified all of the text. The identity text falls into three general groups: 40% of copies of the Hebrew Scriptures. Approximately 30% of the Second Temple period ought to be were not canonized in the Hebrew Bible, like the Book of Enoch, which is, we know this because the Messiah talks about the Book of Enoch. Then we talk the Book of Jubilees, the Book of Tobit, the wisdom of Sirach. Oh man, the fact that the KJV doesn't have the wisdom of Sirach in there is amazing. Like the 1611 version of it has the wisdom of Sirach, but the KJV that you have doesn't have the wisdom of Sirach in there. Oh man, that is Sirach is huge. It's a huge book. It's a huge book with so much wisdom right before what was going on, of the Maccabees. Right before that, it's like, and it's not there. You don't even know about it. That is amazing. But that is an introduction to the Dead Sea Scrolls.